Usually the things that I like the most are controversial to
hard. It's like co-parenting. It's really hard, you know? And like,
you're not co-parenting with just anyone.
Yeah.
And Jeffree Star got together.
Kanye West and Jeffree Star, yeah, they really linked up. People were whispering about it for a while, but now it's official. Real footage of the two together just dropped online, and Kim Kardashian is reportedly losing it. She's sick of Kanye pulling wild stunts and dragging the whole family into his mess. This ain't just some random internet joke anymore. Nope. Jeffree Star actually confirmed they had something going on. The timelines match up, the receipts are out there, and everything's clicking into place. And just when folks were still reeling from Kanye's wild confession about hooking up with his cousin back in the day, bam! This Jeffree Star drama smashes the internet all over again. This is the kind of chaos that makes headlines for weeks. People can't believe it, and honestly, neither can we. The vibe online is pure shock. And let's be real, Kanye's been spiraling for a hot minute. But lately, it's been one jaw-dropping move after the next. Not long ago, he even showed up dressed like a Nazi. Who does that? These back-to-back scandals just keep getting messier.
Star did sleep with Kanye West. Let's talk about that and more involving the very popular and problematic.
He's been dropping some disturbing confessions in his music for a while now, but this new viral clip, it's got the whole internet buzzing. In this freshly leaked video, Kanye is looking way too comfortable with Jeffree Star out in Wyoming. And when I say comfortable, I'm talking body language, intense eye contact, serious tension. This ain't some casual meetup at a ranch. It's giving something way deeper. Here's where it gets even crazier. The Kanye and Jeffree rumors aren't new. They blew up back in 2021, but everyone laughed it off as just another bizarre TikTok trend. Jeffree even teased it a bit, playing it slick without ever confirming anything. But now, we've got real footage and Jeffree finally spilling the truth. He didn't dance around it or post some cryptic message. He flat out said the rumors were true. They had a little something going on, period. And when you match that up with the stuff Kanye's been admitting in his recent lyrics, the puzzle pieces start snapping into place real quick. This ain't just gossip anymore. This is confirmation with receipts.
Allegedly, Jeffree Star has been sleeping with Kanye West, and that's why they're getting a divorce. Goodbye.
Let's not forget, all this supposedly went down while Kanye was still married to Kim. And that brings us straight to that photo, the one of Kim sobbing her heart out next to Kanye in the car. At the time, no one had a clue what set her off like that. We've seen Kim cry on reality TV, yeah, but this hit different. That moment wasn't for the cameras. It was raw, real-life pain. No script, no lights, just heartbreak. And now that Jeffree has straight up confirmed what went down, plus all the stuff Kanye's been airing out lately, fans are locked in on that moment. They swear it's the exact time Kim found out what had been going on. The vibe in that photo, cold, the energy between them, office. Like she had just been hit with something heavy, something that flipped her entire world in a second. And if she really did find out her husband was stepping out, and not just with anyone, but allegedly with Jeffree Star, who wouldn't break down? That pain, that confusion, totally real. Not okay, not even close. But here's where it gets even deeper. This whole situation isn't just about Jeffree. People online are digging up old receipts. And it's starting to look like this might not have been some one-time slip-up. There's been chatter for a while now about Kanye having super tight relationships with the late Virgil Abloh, and even quiet rumors about Diddy being involved too.
Not okay.
And now that folks are connecting the dots, some are saying this could explain why Kanye still stands by Diddy, even when the entire industry has backed away. The kind of drama we're dealing with here, it's not just messy, it's layered, twisted, and full of secrets. This has sparked a huge convo online about Kanye's identity, where his mind's really at, and what was actually going down behind the scenes of one of the wildest celebrity breakups ever. If this is what Kim was battling in private, with all this chaos crashing behind closed doors, whew, no wonder she finally hit her breaking point. But hold up, it gets spicier. Let's bring in Azealia Banks because now she came through with some tea. She claimed Kanye's been hiding in the closet for years, and back then, people barely blinked. But now, everyone's listening. Azealia Banks has always had that reputation, knowing way too much about what goes down behind the scenes. And whether people ride for her or can't stand her vibe, one thing's for sure. When she speaks, the streets pay attention.
Sucks, you know, when someone doesn't see how different they are. You'll always, hope that you'll see a glimpse of them. And,
Not long ago, she dropped some explosive claims about Kanye West. And what started as industry gossip quickly spiraled into something way darker than anyone expected. So here's what she allegedly said. Azealia claimed that Kanye and the late fashion icon Virgil Abloh weren't just creative partners, they were lovers. And just when people were trying to process that bomb, she went even further. Elon Musk once hooked up with Kanye while he was high on ketamine. Yeah, you read that, right? And if that wasn't enough, she casually tossed out that Kanye might be on one of Diddy's secret party tapes. You know, the ones people whisper about, but no one ever dares to confirm out loud. But she didn't stop there. Azealia started naming names. Jay-Z, Trump, Travis Scott, Drake, dropping their alleged reactions and painting a wild movie-level scene of what supposedly goes down behind the curtains in celebrity circles. And even if half of it sounds like fiction, what's really got everyone shook isn't just the star-studded name drops. It's the possibility that some of this might actually be real. It's not just what Azealia Banks is saying, it's what she's hinting at about Kanye's sexuality and private life that's got people completely stunned. In her post, she straight up claimed Kanye and Virgil were lovers. Elon Def got some head from Kanye off that ketamine. Kanye is on one of them Diddy tapes. Chaz was like, no homo. Trump was like, no homo. Drake was like, no thank you. Ander hit him with the strap. Kim thought she could, but vomited on his back and started crying. Chris yelled, "Cut!" Yeah, that's what she said. I told you this bombshell wasn't just messy. It's chaotic, disturbing, and packed with A-list names and situations no one saw coming. Azealia is basically laying out a whole lineup of people Kanye's allegedly been involved with. And let's be real, the list is shocking. And the fact that she's not just talking about preferences or harmless kinks, but painting a much darker picture has fans in disbelief. Now, to be fair, whispers about Kanye's preferences in the bedroom have been floating around for years. Folks used to joke about it like it was just some rich guy being freaky behind closed doors. No big deal. Just another eccentric habit. But what Azealia is implying, it's way beyond that. It's like she's hinting at something way messier and a whole lot deeper than anyone expected. And here's where it takes a turn into truly disturbing territory. Those rumors might have just faded away, if not for Kanye's own lyrics. In a recent track, allegedly called Cousins, Ye talks about doing something explicit with a family member. Some say this started when he was as young as 7. Others claim it happened around age 14. Either way, people are shook. This kind of confession, it's left fans speechless and scared about what might come out next. No matter how you look at it, this is deeply disturbing, not just because of the ages involved, but because it's about his own cousin who he says was younger than him. That's where things take a serious turn. Incest isn't just a taboo, it's illegal across all 50 states, and for good reason. Morally, spiritually, legally, this is a full stop. Hard no. And yet Kanye didn't just hint at it, he flat out admitted it in his music. The internet in absolute chaos. Even fans who stood by him during all the wild moments are now saying, this isn't creativity, this isn't art, this is straight up trauma. In the song, Kanye describes a disturbing moment where he allegedly gave oral sex to his younger cousin. And just when the internet thought it couldn't get darker, Kanye tried to explain it with a now-deleted post on X, formerly Twitter. He said the two of them had been exposed to adult magazines when they were way too young, and that it messed with their heads. He claimed it had a lasting impact, saying his cousin ended up in jail years later for taking the life of a pregnant woman. That's the kind of detail that leaves people totally speechless. Kanye's post said, this song called Cousin about my cousin that's locked in jail for killing a pregnant lady. A few years after I told him we wouldn't look at dirty magazines together anymore, perhaps in my self-centered mess, I felt it was my fault that I showed him those magazines when he was 6, and then we acted out what we saw. It's heavy, confusing, and honestly, way too much for most people to process. Kanye didn't hold back at all. In the song, he says, "My dad had Playboy magazines, but the magazines I found in the top of my mom's closet were different. My name is Yeah," and then drops a disturbing claim about something that allegedly happened between him and his cousin, continuing until he was 14. That kind of admission? Most folks agree that's not something you put in a track. That's a secret you'd expect someone to carry quietly, maybe forever. Not rap about, not post, not try to frame as some deep metaphor. This isn't art. It's pain. It's trauma. And it's very real. What makes it worse is that his cousin, the person he's talking about, may have never wanted this out in public. They didn't get to speak up before the whole world found out. That's the kind of thing that can destroy someone's life. But instead of treating it seriously, a lot of people on social media turned it into a joke. The reaction online? Disturbing. Memes popped up almost instantly. One showed Kanye walking away with the caption, "Kanye West leaving his cousin's house." And that's just one of many. So, yeah, at first glance, Azealia Banks' claims might sound over the top, but when you place them next to Kanye's own confessions, suddenly they don't seem so far off. It's messy, it's dark, and it's got people questioning everything. This story just keeps unfolding in ways no one saw coming. Say what you want about Kanye West, but one thing's clear. His life is deeply layered and honestly, pretty tragic. Behind all the wild headlines and viral chaos, there's a man carrying pain most people wouldn't even dare to talk about. Everything shifted the moment his mom passed. That loss didn't just hurt, it changed him. It's like a part of Ye got buried with her. The focused, grounded version of him disappeared. And what followed? Total chaos. Public breakdowns, identity struggles, controversy after controversy. It's been loud, messy, and nothing close to healing. But let's be real. Kanye didn't come from peace. His upbringing wasn't perfect. So this behavior, it didn't come out of nowhere. When you grow up around emotional wreckage, toxic vibes, and possibly even disturbing or inappropriate situations as a kid, that stuff sticks. And it doesn't just hurt. It changes how your brain develops. See, a child's mind is still forming. Those early moments can shape everything. How we love, who we trust, and even how we see ourselves. Some scars don't fade. They reprogram you. That's why this convo about Kanye's mental and emotional state can't just be turned into memes or tossed aside. If you've ever gone through something too grown, too intense, or just plain wrong as a kid, you know that pain doesn't just go away. It lingers. It transforms people in ways the world often doesn't understand. Now, when you mix deep, personal trauma with fame, non-stop pressure, and cameras tracking your every move, that's straight up a recipe for disaster. And here's where things get even messier. Kanye's situation has always been complicated. He doesn't just survive in chaos, he feeds off it. That's why people are raising eyebrows now. Like, after all these years of brushing off the Jeffree Star rumors, why would Kanye suddenly let that story breathe? And then boom, Jeffree, whose middle name might as well be Clout, decides to confirm it out of nowhere. What are the chances? He flipped the whole narrative with one wild tweet. Okay, F it, the rumors are true. He even threw in a freaky little emoji just to stir the pot. And Kanye? He didn't deny a thing. Instead, he leaned deeper into the chaos, dropping lyrics and cryptic content that had fans convinced he's dealing with some serious inner conflict. It's like he's done pretending everything's just hanging out, raw, confusing, loud, and totally unfiltered. But here's the twist. Some folks are saying Kanye might be setting the stage for a big launch. A new album, a doc, a project, who knows? But this sudden flood of confession and controversy has people thinking he's trying to shift the spotlight back on him again. The thing is, Kanye's already one of the biggest names out there. He doesn't need to chase clout to make noise. But somehow, he does it anyway. Whether it was a clout move or straight up truth, the internet went wild. But somewhere along the way, the conversation shifted. Now everybody's debating Kanye's sexuality when that's not even the real story. This isn't just about who he may or may not be into. This is about a man who deep down still seems like that confused, hurt little boy. The kind of boy who never got the tools to heal. Fame didn't fix him. It just handed him a microphone and turned the volume all the way up. And honestly, that's not new. Some of the most iconic artists in history have channeled deep pain into their creativity. It doesn't excuse anything, but it helps explain how someone can be both a musical genius and a complete emotional wreck. That kind of combo, it's the stuff of Hollywood legends and tragedies. One person online put it bluntly, I don't care if he's bisexual, gay, or whatever. The problem is he cheated on his wife and said that Nazi mess. That's what bothers me. He needs serious help.
I didn't want to have children with this person after the first 2 months of being with her. But that was...
Another comment hit even harder. I feel bad for his kids, not gonna lie. Watching his mental health crash like this, plus all these confessions, that's gotta be terrifying for them. And then there was this one that said it all. Bruh, get help. We are watching a man completely fall apart in real time, and that's just facts. Kanye has been spiraling for a while now, but people are only just starting to realize how deep it really goes. All this time, folks were putting the blame on Kim, acting like she was the reason the marriage crumbled. But let's be honest, Kim Kardashian is probably sitting with some heavy regrets. From meeting Kanye to building a family with him, she's tied to this man for life through their kids. And no matter how much distance she puts between them, that bond is permanent. But the real shock? It's Kanye himself who recently said he regrets having kids with her. In an interview with DJ Academics, he said, I didn't want to have children. That's my fault. Like, what? That hit cold. Real cold. So yeah, Kanye might be dealing with internal battles, but at the same time, he's clearly trying to hurt the people around him, especially Kim. And honestly, it's heartbreaking. This man needs serious help. While the internet cracks jokes, posts memes, and turns it all into entertainment, those who've had to heal from deep pain, they get it. They know this isn't funny. This is raw. It's real, and it hurts. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear what y'all think about this whole situation. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more breakdowns just like this. Hit that bell so you never miss a drop. See you in the next one.